And what we're worried about is direct energy weapons, torturing Los Angeles citizens, organized stalking and harassment on Los Angeles citizens. And we want to know how you are helping us to stay safe.
Well, stalking is something that I've worked on for many years. So District Attorney's Office.
To talk to the public to see, even within your district or within Councilmember Price's district, who this is really happening to. Because again, it took years for us to really find each other and to find this organization that's really helped us understand and what's really happening. Because again, when it starts happening, you don't know what's happening to you. You think, okay, well, is this really happening? Or what's really going on?
Is it just bad luck or what?
Right? Is it bad luck?
It takes years to figure it out sometimes. Keeps happening.
Yeah. So, but we do have a lot of paperwork here, and I guess Derek, we'll get to that.
What is it called? It's stalking.
Organized stalking, organized crime, but organized in the sense that there's a group of people that are doing.
There's criminals involved. Criminals have gotten a hold of the technology somehow, somewhere, or they've gotten a hold of access to the technology. And
the software that uses
and they target certain people and they use them against them.
Whistleblowers.
Has anybody been captured or?
No one's been caught as yet that we know of.
These are weaponized frequencies.
Yeah.
The entire EMF spectrum has been weaponized from low frequency all the way up to microwave and up to light level.
Part of the problem with actually capturing somebody is the police come. Let's say you call the police, okay? Call the police, and the police come. My neighbors are stalking me, or they're shooting me with direct energy weapons. First of all, the police look at you like you're nuts, and then because of the way the laws are set up, they're not going to be allowed into the home to search their computers. That's why it's been very difficult to capture the culprits.
But to answer your question, though, because you asked the question whether or not anybody's ever been captured. I think that's what you asked. Yeah. So when you're talking about frequencies, when something's hitting you, it is assigned a number. So there are several of us that actually have reports from a physician that shows what, after the physician has done her scanning, right? It comes up with a number. Whenever you're hit by a frequency, it will have a number. So she's able to scan your body and see what those numbers are. And those numbers actually go back to a location. So there is a way.
What location?
There is a way to determine where it's coming from. So that's point number one. Number two, there has been, according to Levi's an engineer who's actually had some training with the weaponry, but he does have a case that was actually presented to the court system and was actually passed and won. And so it goes into a lot of detail. So, I'm sure we can, get that information from him, because since that's tangible information that you can actually look at so that you can see and understand exactly what happens in the life of a targeted individual. It actually goes into detail, and it's a case that was actually in the judicial system that actually was passed and won. A person did prosecute. So, so my point is that we can actually obtain that information and present that to counsel.
The situation here is this, that police responding to our complaints, it comes to say like a targeted individual's home and they're talking about stalking or whatever the situation, because there aren't specific laws that address this, the police do not feel that they can do a lot to help this individual. However, and they even go so far in some cases is to assume this person has mental issues and they cart them away to psych wards. So that's an issue that we're facing. So the police department is generally unaware of, at least they say they're unaware, of these frequencies being aimed at people. And therefore, they assume that the person has mental issues. So we do need to raise some awareness in the police department and the community that these individuals are using these devices that are causing harm, and that these people are not having mental issues, but they're being victimized.
Any of the victims have anything in common?
So his question, the most common denominator, according to our survey, the most common demographic is a single Caucasian. Females seem to be the majority of the targets.
Baby boomer era.
Single females.
Yes, baby boomer era.
Baby
That's
boomer
correct.
era.
And also whistleblowers?
Whistleblowers.
Whistleblowers, yeah, political activists, social activists, those type of individuals, anti-establishment types.
No, you guys, it's incorrect. This is random. It could be anybody. It could be this guy at the bus stop. It could be him. You know what I'm saying?
We have a lot of whistleblowers in our group.
Yeah, but this is all to keep the game confused.
We have a variety of victim types.
Christians.
The point is that because they're operating in secret so far, they're operating in secret, they tend to target anybody they want. And they can get away.
Children,
Yeah.
babies,
Babies.
But here's
autistic,
some
disabled, rich, poor.
Documentation.
Right, no, but here's some legislation that was actually passed in Richmond County.
Well, that's a letter. That's a letter.
Well, it's her letter. Yeah, but it's actually describing
Up in California.
Describing
Northern California.
exactly their efforts and what they've put in place to attempt to help us.
Yeah.
So
There are some cities that are starting to look at this issue and to take it seriously. Richmond is an example of a city that takes this issue of target individuals. Just about every major city in California and across the U.S.
oh, great.
This is federal legislation in all Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts.
This is against the direct
Exactly. So we would like something like this to be put on the books here in Los Angeles. To
That is a
Have they told you the effects of this weapon?
resolution in Richmond County.
nausea, dizziness.
Difficulty breathing, squeezing of the heart, instant pain, tearing of the tissues.
Severe headaches, days in a row. No lessening for 4 days in bed, just
Me too.
wishing I could die.
Me too.
So the pain would go away.
Focus on any part of your body and give it excruciating pain
Yeah.
as long as they want. And it can feel like shards of glass are cutting into your flesh, and there's nothing.
High school kids are falling out dead on a baseball field. They don't know why, but they're collapsing worldwide.
Okay, so what
You're
perpetuates
sure there's no laws in LA regarding this?
there aren't because it's covert.
It's probably a federal law.
Berkeley has a law.
No, it's not a federal, because if it's a federal law, that means it will be across the United States. If it's federal, it's across the United States.
There's a state law, so
Well, there isn't a state law. What that is a
the
resolution.
California one.
It's,
I just talked to Mr. Garcettie across the street before we came in here, and I asked him, what are they doing about targeted individuals, direct energy weapons, and organized stalking? He tried to throw it off saying that they have a task force that's dealing with stalking, and it's a county, Los Angeles County problem, and he's working with whatever it is that he said. And but the thing is, there are those laws that are already in place are like one-on-one stalking. The laws specifically are worded for it's illegal for me to stalk you. But it doesn't have any laws saying that it's illegal for us to stalk them. And this is a group
It's a
effort.
community stalking.
Right, it's community
So
stalking.
single
is-
stalking is on the books, but
Right.
not organized.
Not organized
Community
stalking.
stalking.
Right.
is what we're saying.
As far as like direct energy weapons, radio frequencies, in California they do have a law that is where it's against the law for a person to use radiation on another person. But there's no law saying that it's direct energy weapons, microwave weapons, low electromagnetic waves, radio waves. None of these things are laws. There's no penal codes to these things. This is what we need. We need laws that are saying that these specific crimes are illegal where we live. Period. That way we would be able to go to the Los Angeles Police Department or your sheriff or what have
So
you.
they've done this to me.
And say this is what's happening to me, and here's the law, here's the penal code, and this is a real thing that's happening, and stop putting these people in.